Okay, Manny. Today's the Sabbath. You took a change not long ago and saying that you were going to start recognizing the Sabbath. Talk about that. Where did that come from?
Well, I was listening to this Jewish Christian rabbi, and he was explaining to me, and I saw where he said, we always been taught that the old law was done away with after Christ died and resurrected, and that we didn't have to keep the Sabbath, which to me I always bought into it. But then he was talking about, and I realized that like he was saying in Genesis, the Sabbath was God made the Sabbath a holy day. So that was before the Ten Commandments, because we believe in all the Ten Commandments except keeping the Sabbath holy. So I'm thinking it never says anywhere where we don't have to keep the Sabbath. Even in Matthew, Jesus is talking about all the tribulation that's going to happen, and he's saying, I mean, it's terrible if you read it, but he said, just hope it's not in the wintertime or on the Sabbath. So to me, that says, whoa, wait a minute. There's more to it about the Sabbath than what I've been taught.
How do you think, you raised me in the Church of Christ, I mean, straight up Christian. How come you think that it's not taken, or do you think it's taken as serious, or you think it's even recognized
No,
anymore?
I don't think it's recognized, and I don't think they realize why God wanted us to keep the Sabbath. It basically, just like when he was bringing them out of Egypt, he wouldn't let them take just enough for them to eat that day. You couldn't take any extra, and when they did, it would spoil. He wants us to remember that our livelihood, our daily lives are built on trusting Him, not ourselves. Now, when I keep the Sabbath, it means I will not work and try to make more money in my life. God will give me my daily bread if I, you know, keep the Sabbath and believe that He will provide for me. Because a lot of times we're saying, well, I got to work because I got to make more money to pay my bills, to buy this, and we're not. We're depending on ourselves instead of having faith that God will provide for our daily lives.
Do you think that's why you never really looked at it that way? Like it never was. I mean, you take it serious now.
Yeah.
And you made me. I started taking it serious now. I was real careful about what
Mm-hmm.
I was doing on the Sabbath. But do you think at one time? I mean, it wasn't like you just ignored it. It was just like you really embraced it. I mean, you've
Yes.
through study and everything, you've embraced it. Is it? Have you? Did you discuss that with anybody at church, like in class?
Some, but they well, that was the Old Testament and everything. Until then, I look back before I became a born again Christian, and I realized I worked hard. I worked 6 and 7 days a week because I was going to make it. And then I realized I probably made a lot of money, but I didn't spend it right, and it didn't help me much. And so now I see that I was trying to depend on me instead of God for my living.
Good point. That excellent point.